I need to manage the settings so that people can hear you if you talk. 2 seconds. Okay. Should
We're gonna spend 7k on the contest, but you only have 1.5k.
Yeah, no, that was a lie.
Oh.
Up, as usual, I'll start with Western Europe. Otherwise, I miss countries, and then it's a bit annoying. I'll start with Morocco. Okay. So, Morocco is one of the strongest nations in the game at the moment. That's a nice army he has. How many cannon stacks? He has 2 cannon stacks, 11 infantry stacks. He can get a total of 400k, so that's quite a strong army. 12.5 discipline, 10 from admin, eco plus quality, and 2.5 from the Moroccan mission. Morale is 6.9, so that's quite good, very good actually. In terms of tech, we have 16, 14, 16, so everything's good. It will be in time for the university dev efficiency and admin efficiency, so that's very good. In terms of ideas, it went trade force, and it's complete. He's running 2 policies at the moment in admin, but that's not really a problem to lose admin at this point in game. He's getting 20% goods produced, force limit, production efficiency, so that's really nice. The nearly 300 income, half of it is benefits. Okay, he has a very disloyal vassal. Why is that? Enforced religion. Okay, probably for the age bonus. He might be okay. He got the golden era. Golden era is finishing this year.
It already finished.
Already finished? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I mean, it must have just finished then, because we're only 6 days into the new year. Hello. Is that Valten? I think he is. Yes. Yeah. So he's allied with France and 2 Sicilies, so we have a good alliance block here. What else to say? Productions building are done in all of Iberia, and they are spawning in Africa as well. No temples anymore, apart from the newly conquered land, so that's really good. A few barracks, no training fields yet, only 3 of them, but they arrived on the last military tech, so that's normal. Regimental camps nearly everywhere, manufacturers nearly everywhere. So a very well a very well-built nation. That's really good. Quite a good trade income in Sevilla. Is transferring. I mean, in the current mode, I prefer to collect everywhere instead of concentrating the trade power in one place, especially in the nodes that you control 100%. Because well, he's still losing 7% here, so collecting everywhere is probably the best way to get the most money out of it, since well, there is no more how is that called, cumulative value by steering. So it, yeah, I don't know.
In that case, you could, I mean, anyway, the merchant in Safi is kind of useless anyway, because it's got 100% of the trade, so it's gonna steer naturally.
Yeah, exactly. So Yeah, exactly.
which probably would be more interesting.
Because in vanilla, when you steer, the outgoing value of the trade is multiplied by your steering efficiency, but it's not the case here. So steering gives no real increased value. You should probably increase the center of trades here to dev, but I mean it's already 15 dev here, so only a few military clicks. But otherwise, Morocco is looking very well. In terms of culture, is still Moroccan, but 40% Castilian. How does that look? So Castilian up here, Moroccan here.
Green covers in the left.
Yeah, to culture flip.
I'm actually wondering. I mean, it's actually very well played by him because I'm wondering where he got all the mana like needed to this whole country conversion and to dev the whole of Iberia to 20.
Well, the first 4 sessions, he did not expand at all. He was stuck in Iberia. So all his dev went into deving.
How many clicks does he have?
How many what?
Dev clicks.
550.
Shit.
And that's not counting the holy orders that he placed on his country. And he could he placed them 3 times, I think.
Yes, the only order for culture conversion. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's why you could culture convert.
yeah, exactly. But he did not go. Religious to decrease it even further. But the holy orders, he placed them on every state twice or 3 times maybe, because once he tag shifted, he could place them again.
Yeah. Okay.
And he is fully Catholic. At the moment, there are only 4 Catholic nations left. 3 of them are players, and 1 is the Papal State. Papal State is the Curia controller. Where is it? I think it's dead.
Papal State don't exist anymore.
They don't exist anymore, and so
So yes, 0. Yeah, you can see yes. 0.
yeah. So Papal State will stay the Curia controller for the whole game.
They were on Ibiza.
Yeah, basically they did a trade. They did a deal with the previous Italy player and I mean the Perm of Italy, and I don't remember, and like the Ottomans and Ayyubids to have the Pope on Ibiza.
Yeah.
But since they were not giving to us like enough guarantees, so I could reconquer. So like Italy would get all of the land back of the Sicilies. We decided to just like not agree to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was supposed to go to Tunis, but for some reason Tunis doesn't have the coring range, and I can't give it to them.
Okay.
My little raider.
Okay, so Morocco is very strong, force great power at the moment, and definitely able to fight. Let's look at 2 Sicilies. I think that 2 Sicilies is a little bit weaker than that. Just a little, yeah. Income is 57, so only 1/6 of his big brother Morocco. Half of it is from tax. Well, not half, but yeah, 40%, which is a bit problematic at this stage of the game. At least his forts are upgraded. Oh, he lost Messina, so he lost the crossing here. He has 106 force limit, so that's not really good. The morale is 5.2. It's not that bad. Still okay. With a good prestige, he could be matching a good prestige, but the force limit is just too low. In terms of tech, everything is good. Is finishing trade. I'm not very convinced by that because the trade income is 8.6. So investing in trade, like a whole ID group just for that, is well.
To be fair, I'm pulling a lot of trade from him. So
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, he's only controlling Valencia and 23% of it. So
I am pulling like 12 Valencia.
yeah, and like the local value is really bad because it doesn't have any manufacturers yet, I think. Oh, he has. Okay.
Yeah, he has manufacturers.
So why is the prod so? Yeah, he doesn't have that many provinces. He
It's
has.
just like he doesn't
Yeah.
have that many provinces, and the trade goods are not that good in this area. I think.
Yeah. So I mean,
He has maybe a couple clove provinces. So it's
trade was not the best choice, I think. I think Ino could have been a very good choice for the advisor cost reduction, because when you don't have money,
so he could generate more mana to
Yeah.
have more.
exactly,
Yeah,
or religious to get the morale with the policies. But yeah, trade I'm not convinced, because at most he will get 8 or maybe 12 more ducats when finishing trade with the production with the trade quantity policy, and that's not going to be sufficient. Like, his income is not going to go above 75 maybe while finishing it. So some more quality or some more cost reduction for the advisors would have been better, I think. He is running a level 3 admin advisor and only level 1 military advisor. I'm not a big fan of that. Should probably inverse the two in order to dev military rather than admin. Admin is completely useless now. He will be on time for the admin 17 tech, and apart from that, like, admin is useless. Dev clicks 225. It's not that bad, but nearly 1/3 of it is from admin. As easy exploiting, he's not exploiting at all. He probably should exploit because there are no barracks. There are a few regimental camps, but they are not finished. So at this point in game, you really want to like yeet the admin and replace it with deep diplomatic and and military. If he was to exploit everything, I think he would gain nearly 2k, something like that, because there is a lot of admin dev in this country, even if there are not that many provinces. So yeah, 1.2k out of it, and he would lose one ducat. So it's still worth it for the first first 100 years. 1200 months, and you can build buildings directly. So I think it's nice. Why the fuck is a Punjab regiment doing in Reims?
To buy maps from the Netherlands because he couldn't see that region.
Yeah. Let's look.
Krediak's playing weird stuff.
Yeah.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
To be fair, I have 1k from Rosvi in my land that has been there for 100 years or so, I think. I think he forgot about
Opium
it.
Stealer.
Yeah,
The opium seller.
I mean, he's black flagged and he's there, like, I don't know why. So France is making 103 ducats. That's not that much. Most 40%, 45% of it is from taxation. So I guess manufacturers are done, but still lacking a bit in the south. Should
That's mainly
probably
because
yeah.
That's mainly because he didn't dev, so he doesn't have building slots. So he
Yeah.
can't move.
So at this point, probably destroy the churches and make
I looked at his country where he should exploit tax.
and make the manufacturers and destroy the churches. Remember to exploit.
That's what I did on Italy.
Yeah.
Beginning of the session.
Yeah. Remember to exploit first and then destroy the churches, because the money you gain is modified by the church. So if you exploit with the church,
It's
Exactly. So the most, the more tax there is in the province, the more you gain from exploiting. So late game, a very good strategy is to dump your admin points in a few selected provinces where you keep high admin dev. So for you it would be Roma, like 18. Yeah. So you keep a few of them with the church. It's missing there, but with the church, and then you exploit it every 5 years and put back the dev, and you gain quite a lot of money actually. So we could make a few more manufacturers. The training fields are there mostly.
Crediax is saying that he can't hear us, which I think in my case is probably not an issue.
Okay, I will try to put everybody, but
Say a lot of shit anyway.
that's weird. Like my, I thought my settings were good. 2 seconds. Discord is on max.
Okay, with this pass, I will take the opportunity to ask people to invest in the wonders of the ancient world.
The heavenly Mzab.
Okay, I will put you guys up louder in there. Okay, speak a bit just to see if it's better.
So, about investing in the wonders of the ancient world. Yeah, is it fine, Crediax?
What are you streaming?
I'm streaming the post game session.
Ah, okay.
So I need to increase
And yes,
this
Zab,
volume
but
as well.
better. It's the People's Democratic Republic of Celestial Mzab Empire.
Properties.
I mean, you're in a better place now than in the real, than you would have been in the real Mizam.
Oh, well, since you didn't want to give it to me, you know I'm gonna come for it now, right?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Still relatively quiet. Does this mean I have to start shouting?
Is it better now, Crediax? I increased a bit the mics from the others. Yeah, okay, so I will decrease my own mic and increase the others. Should be...
It's probably.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to change that as well.
Test.
Okay, anyway, so the buildings for France are, well, okay-ish, but the economy is going to be the problem. The force limit is good, 250, it's not irrelevant at all. The morale is 5.66, very fun. I'm a bit, yeah, I don't know why it's not higher, because there is the 20% from Elon, so I would have guessed a bit more. Oh, but religious is not finished. So once religious is finished, he gains 15% more, so he will arrive at something like 6.5, which will be quite good. But economy is the problem for the nation. It needs to finish the manufacturers ASAP, and to dev a bit more Diplo. 2.25 dev clicks so far. For France it's a little bit low, I would say, since you have access to good advisors since the beginning of the game. It should be a bit better. But he has a good king at the moment, and we'll have a good heir as well, with a fierce negotiator, which is never bad when you are fighting hard wars. Being able to have cheap mercenaries is nice. He doesn't have any professionalism to lose, so mercs will always be interesting. 1 cannon stack, 5 infantry stack, so he's not as strong as his ally Morocco, but he can help him in the fights. He's getting subsidies from Punjab, only 0.10 ducats a month, but still. He has some missions to pop, what can he take? Colonial range and global settler increase. Well, I think he's not going to colonize anytime soon, but he could get some claims on India, so it's always fun. Apart from that, this could happen actually. This could happen quite soon. Only claims on Westphalia, but with Westphalia dying, he will have some good land to take, especially since Westphalia had devved and built quite a lot. This is probably not going to happen. The great power list. France is not on it, but it's not very far. France should be 12 or 11, like 12 or 11 in the power ranking, something like that. We can check. In terms of dev, France is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 11th, just after Ayubids. Is not building the dockyard. Okay. And yeah, I mean, he's not going to get Normandy anytime soon. Who are the British allies? Great Britain is only allied to Vermont.
Yeah, Great Britain since the beginning of the game is not looking at Europe.
Yeah, so France.
Since Lotharingia was dying, like he took the quick opportunity to.
I mean, for me.
Grab English Channel like trade provinces, but I don't understand why he took everything but the trade center.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, this looks like free real estate for France. Like England can absolutely not defend that. I'm not sure he could get ticking war score with only that. That's probably true. Are there?
Yeah, he will get 40% war score anyway, but I don't think he will get stab hitting range. If that's what you mean.
Yeah, there is only one fort here, so with only one fort, probably not. Then again, can he get someone to send a navy? Yeah, that's going to be complicated. He moved his capital to Bordeaux, which is an interesting choice. Where is the capital of Morocco? Morocco is there in Tangier, okay. And where is Two Sicilies? Two Sicilies is still in Valencia, yeah. So I think that's a good move from France to move his capital to Bordeaux, since all of his enemies are on the east. It's most.
I think he also did it for his trade, to move his trade, because all of Champagne was Lotharingia's anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But then he could have moved only the trade city and not the trade capital, because moving the trade capital is way more expensive. How dev this Paris? Yeah, 31. But it's also a good way to dev cheaper the province. So it's nice.
France is getting heavily converted by Protestant, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Those reforms are.
Does he have the Edit de Nantes? Yeah, he has it, so it should not be too much of a problem. Yeah, he's still.
Will end in like 120 months. So.
Yeah, and
Where the fuck is he at 100% from provinces?
because he has a lot of tolerance of heretics.
Okay.
He got 2 from the Edit Nantes,
Wait,
2 from.
Tolerance toward heretics affects religious unity?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if you are above 0 but under 2, you get like the effect on the unity is halved, and if you are above 2, there is no effect anymore.
Okay, I didn't know.
And it's the same for heathens. So this is actually quite good. Like getting tolerance of heretics and heathens is really nice.
However, I think the Defender of the Faith for Catholic, because he's Defender of the Faith, I think it's reversed, right? It's reversed in the model.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure it's really worth it to actually take it when you're tier 4. I still give 5% more out.
Oh no, tier 4 is one of the best. Tier 5 is the best.
Yeah, no, but I felt the.
No. It goes the level of the Defender of the Faith goes down
Oh yeah,
if
yeah.
there are more
I'm
players.
confused. Yeah, it's high because there are very few Catholics.
Yeah, exactly. And
It's
and when you have a good tolerance of heretics, the fact that the province is the wrong religion doesn't give any maluses anymore. So that's really nice. Okay, let's hop to GB. So Great Britain, income is 226. Half of it is from trade, as you could expect. He gets a little bit of gold as well. Tariffs are extremely low, but I mean it's kinda normal. But he's still getting the gold from his colonies, so it's going to be a bit more than that. And the gold is not going to appear here.
the big problem I think for Great Britain in terms of trade is Vermont.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have a deal going on, but the problem is like all of the colonies of Great Britain have to still trade toward Vermont before it goes into the English Channel.
yeah, yeah, but I mean, it's his only ally, so he probably can't really.
I guess they have. No, but I guess they maybe have a deal of some kind. But,
Yeah. England has 1, 2, 3, 4 level 3 center of trades in the English Channel, and still only 56%
yeah,
of
and he
control
also has
here.
126 ships, no? As you can see in the trade note.
I didn't check. He has he has no ships. No ships. Yeah. Where are his? Yeah. He has 42 ships in Chesapeake Bay, so stealing the money from his ally. 24, no, that's transports, and 6. So he has no ships at all in the English Channel, and he probably should put his ships there. He could get missionary strengths, you don't really care, and even more missionary strengths, you don't really care. He cannot convert anything because that's his trade companies, I think. It should be, yeah. He could pop some missions, which ones? Some claims on India and on Malaya, so there is absolutely no way for him to get that. And soon he will have the Oxford Symposium in next technology. In terms of tech, everything is good. He went maritime force, okay, that makes sense. Probably for the force limit, and that's pretty much all actually. And
I think the sailors as well, because you
I mean,
run out of sailors.
yeah.
Doesn't it also give efficiency for protecting trade with ships?
No.
That's the just naval tradition for protection.
Yeah.
Right, which is less useful because, as you said, like naval tradition, it tells us trade steering, but in this one,
Yeah.
trade steering is nerfed, so
Yeah.
it gives him like 87% trade steering. But
Okay, so did he dev a lot? He did not dev that much. That's going to be quite of an issue. But he has
he
good
doesn't have-
advisors.
doesn't have- what are his IDs? I think he doesn't have.
He doesn't have eco.
Right.
No.
Yeah, that's why.
But I mean, Great Britain has been prosperous the whole game. So and there is a lot of good land to dev, like all of the south is either grasslands or farmlands, and he has a lot of clothes. So that should be devved a bit more. Like the fact that even the provinces in his main state are not 220, that's a problem. And he put the edict everywhere. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of that either. Like it's losing money and he's not clicking that much.
Is he actually in Golden Age?
He is.
Just,
He is.
because I think he's in Golden Age.
He is
I
for.
don't know. I mean, it sounds like he was preparing for a dev cycle, but there's no life cycle happening.
Yeah. He's not colonizing anymore, so at least he could put the colonists in his own land to dev.
Yeah, we could just drop expansion in that case. But
Yeah, exactly. Like with a dev cost of 21, the colonists are going to dev like not very often, but still it's free dev.
he has the English Parliament, so you could get you have a law to get dev cost as well.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he has given seats, but I mean
He has
seats, I guess.
he has 11 seats, yeah. But no, they don't give. I think they don't give dev cost. They give.
No, not the seats, but there's a law.
No, yeah.
That's
Yeah. But he has trade efficiency and global trade power at the moment.
Well, which he did because they were in the race, like to spawn global trade.
Yeah.
They lost. But
Yeah. They lost because of Prussia, I think, who removed his trade 1 month too early, and it gave
No,
the.
no, no. The Indians had 160.
Yeah, but they were at 165, and yeah, Prussia removed it.
Bench was saying that he fucked
Yeah.
up, yeah, the trade numbers.
He has some manufacturers, half of the country approximately, probably no military buildings, yeah, nearly none. Few churches left in Ireland, why not? Workshops are not there everywhere, so the nation is not fully built yet. But and it doesn't have buildings for the trade companies either. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, let's see. Okay, so he doesn't even have the trade steering. That should be a that should be a priority.
Is it still think a priority? Is it still a priority the trade stream? Because you were saying yourself that it's less powerful in the mod anyway.
Ah, that's true.
And it doesn't have really any rivalry in this node to steer away.
Okay, so probably then the production efficiency and
this is not the 1000, but it could go for the minimum
Yeah,
autonomy.
but
Maybe for Great Britain that could be nice. No?
which one is it?
The bottom one, the bottom one, yeah. Governance, the 1000 building.
Yeah. Okay, minimum.
I don't know if it's actually good, but it sounds pretty good to me.
Uh,
-5, I think it's in vanilla, isn't it? -10.
I don't really know. I never play with trade companies actually. It's the first game I use them, so I'm not
Maybe
really.
I'm saying bullshit, actually. But most likely.
But the autonomy is not that high. Is everything in trade companies? Yeah, it is in trade company, but
How can it be 0%?
yeah, I don't know. I think it's bugged.
Yeah, it's probably bugged.
Yeah, it's bugged because it cannot be lower than 80%. But yeah,
The thing is, I think you have a build where you can stack like minimal autonomy in territories.
Yeah.
So like your trade company can go down to I think 75%.
yeah, it could go.
Or 70.
It could go to 75 with the building, but is it really worth? Like the difference between 75 and 80 is not that
I
huge.
don't know. Since he's not expanding outside of his trade companies, that means any dev click or any building he builds on these buildings is more worth.
Yeah,
Because these are the only provinces that he's actually taking.
but what he should do is build these ones for the goods produced and the local production efficiency, and
Yeah, he should have done that, and maybe they could have had global trade. Actually.
and this one for the trade power and local production efficiency, because his trade company is already increasing the production, and there are some very good trade goods here, so these provinces could actually give a lot of money. With the flat prod and the production efficiency, this could skyrocket a bit.
How many spices does he have in Africa?
Spice.
Not sure, actually. these are dice.
Yeah,
Spice,
ch- ch- ch-
because
yeah, 3 dice and no spice, I think.
No, there is one.
I don't.
Just next to Mali. To Mali. The green.
Oh yeah,
light,
yeah.
pale green one in the middle.
Yes.
But that's only one.
I lied.
Then you have some in Tunis, I think, like close
There
to
is
Tunis.
in Congo, there is in Jerid, one in Morocco.
Because like European
Alexandria.
can still trigger the decline of spice trade
Yeah.
if they own 3 of them. So Spain is close to it.
Spain can get it if they get Jerid from you. But-
Yeah, so it is in Morlock's interest to make me not lose it.
You should annex your Jared vassal very fast. By the way, I think.
It's
It's
I have it for the Maliki. I took it
Yeah,
for Maliki.
yeah, but the
now
problem is
I
like
thought-
if Morocco declares vassal war, he can get the war score and force you to a pistol very easily. I think.
But I mean,
I
Tunis
have a lot of forts.
Tunis is Maliki as well, so you could integrate
yeah.
Jerid and keep Tunis.
Yeah.
Because Tunis can raid as well, so Tunis is better.
Yes, and by the way, Tunis is raiding me.
That was kinda the point.
There were two solutions. Get 100 relations with Tunis, I think, or just put one ship to.
No, I just have 50 galleys hunting pilots.
Okay, so let's look at the English fleet. 3 heavies.
I approve of the flagship.
Yeah, HMS Tanky Ho, very nice name, and that makes me very sad. I mean, I know it's the meta and it's probably worth it, but English galleys instead of heavy ships, that's just bad, you know. That you know the game is broken when the English make galleys instead of heavy ships.
It is still worse though, because they nerfed the galleys back to 1 engagement width. We're 0.5.
Yeah, but now any coast is giving the bonus to the galleys.
To any coast is giving the bonus
Yeah.
to galleys.
Yeah, so like
I think I thought like coastal provinces just gave 20% engagement with 10% engagement with bonus, and that's pretty much it. Are you sure galleys actually count as a close scene coastal?
I think so. Well, that's what Morlock told me, or I may have misunderstood, but yeah. But if you're going to play naval and galleys, then you need to get some galley combat ability, because I think that the only other naval nation, Malaya, has close to 80%, and to get that, well, you need naval. Where is it?
The second one.
The second, yeah, 25%. So that's really really important, because at the moment his main unit has no bonuses at all, and that's a bit of an issue. Okay, where do we go from here? We can, well, we will skip Lotharingia because it's pretty much gone, and Westphalia as well. We'll go to Prussia. Prussia is one of the big winners of last session. It's starting to look like a pretty decent nation. The income is skyrocketing at the moment. It was 50 only 2 sessions ago. 30 is from subsidies, still from Sweden, so it's a little bit lower than that, 170. But trade is finally looking like something very good. Is earning 115 out of the English channel, and if he was to secure the remaining English provinces, he would benefit a lot. He can still eat quite a lot from Westphalia. He probably will share with Ruthenia, his ally, but Ruthenia will go for the southern part. So it's looking quite nice for Prussia, and a Prussia that has money is way scarier than a Prussia that is dirt poor, obviously.
He's actually pretty rich. Why is he getting subsidies?
Probably because, well, he must have a trade deal with Sweden, I think, or to pay up his loans. I don't really know actually. But they are allies, so they have a reason. He's a bit late in admin tech because, well, he called a lot this session and he moved his capital to Friesland. But
Why that?
to get the trade in the English channel and possibly
Trade center?
what?
Is Friesland a trade center?
I don't think it is.
No, but if I had to reason, I would say he moved in order to move his trade capital without having to pay off Diplo because he was filling trade IDs.
Yeah.
If I had to take a guess.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
just moved his trade capital with admin is not Diplo.
And well, I mean, it's also making the dev cost quite cheap in the province, so it can be interesting.
It's cattle though.
And once Holland is integrated and this land is secured, it will not be that bad of a position. It's a bit close to France, but I think they can push France anytime, so it should be okay.
I mean, they might actually be on friendly terms with France.
Oh, really? Okay. The crown land is very low, though. You want to start building it to get the max absolutism, but then again, it's a republic. Oh, it's a republic. Okay. Okay. I thought it was.
Did we switch out of the statocratic?
Yeah, it did. I don't know how, but it did switch out.
Is it?
I mean, he was. I looked during the game. I'm pretty sure he was during the session statocratic. So maybe he switched at the end, or it's a bug. But,
It might be a bug because it's supposed
I
to
don't
be.
see any reason for him to switch out, apart if his governing capacity really becomes an issue. But I don't think.
Okay, I will reload the save. Just to be sure. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of weird. I thought it was locked. I thought you could not switch out of it. So what the heck? No, he's still an oligarchy. He is an oligarchy.
Is the golf cap still bugged?
Yeah, so it might be the reason, because with 50% he would be quite over golf cap. But with oligarchy he has minus 40 absolutism, and the crown land is also giving maluses, so he won't play absolutism anytime soon. Okay. In terms of buildings, production is done in the land he conquered and his core land, but not in the Brandebourg land. Manufacture is still lacking some, quite a lot actually. Military buildings, it's kinda okay for the barracks, and regimental camps are there everywhere, so that's good. That's very good. The force limit is still quite low because it doesn't have quantity. I think he will go quantity next. It would be a trolling not to take quantity next. But the quality is quite nice. 7.34 moral. That's really good. 115 discipline. That's okay-ish. Well, it's good. 30% ICA, that's really good. So his army is able to fight quite well. Now that he has money, he will be able to fight a bit more. 4 infantry stacks, 1 artillery stack. That's good. In terms of navy, check. He has.
What's his max manpower? Sorry.
Max manpower is 220, so it's good. And 2k recovery. That's not bad at all. he has a flagship that is a light ship, and 46 light ships, nearly 50 patrolling the English Channel. So England should learn from that. That's if England was doing the same, Prussia would lose probably something like 30 income, and England would gain 60 or so.
Oh, I think it would be even worse actually.
Yeah,
I think if England really dedicated himself to to get trade in the English Channel, he could probably pull like 60 or 70 out of Prussia.
yeah. Sweden has a little bit cash in the bank. He has nearly 30 professionalism as well. The income is good, 332. That's really nice. A lot from trade, a lot from production, nearly none from tax. So that's basically what you want.
I'm really impressed by his income, to be honest.
Yeah, but he has a very good income since like second or third session. Creepy is playing very well.
Yeah, they make a lot more than me.
Yeah, I'm surprised because I know Baltic trade is not bad. I mean, like he's got Lubeck and he's pushing Novgorod, but it's just basically Novgorod, Baltic, and Lubeck trade nodes. That's just 3 trade nodes.
Yeah, but I think a lot is local. Like actually, he's getting some from Kazan and Kiev.
Yeah, because all competition in this area has been pretty much.
Oh, and yeah, here he's getting from all of Germany now that Germany is basically dead.
That's why he's maybe sending subsidies to Prussia.
And
Britannia.
he's collecting in Novgorod and Baltics.
Yeah, he's collecting everywhere.
So he's collecting, is not steering.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
yeah.
Oh, and he's got a transfer trade offer from Great Britain.
Yeah, but that was for the institution.
Oh.
So I think
I
he
think
won.
it failed.
Yeah, it failed. Workshops
I mean,
pretty
he
much
didn't
everywhere.
accept it because it's not rules, like he cannot be allied to. He has to be allied to Great Britain to still trade.
He can actually get a lot more manufacturers, so his income can still increase substantially. He could go to 400 without any real trouble. He has quite. He can get a bit more barracks, but he prioritized training fields, which is probably a good choice. And since this is very crapland, you cannot build a lot of buildings there. So you have to choose, and I think that manufacturing and training field is the best combo. In terms of dev, he deved 420 times, nearly none from admin, so that's really good. And Sweden can get 4 policies, so that's really strong. He finished eco, so quality inno, quantitative eco, very good combo. He could get 5% discipline, garrison. This one is not really important, but 5% discipline and 10 ICA.
Oh, well, yes, yeah, the ICA.
Yeah. And he will soon be able to become Scandinavia.
No, he has to form the Jomsviking.
Oh, he wants to.
If you listen to me, forms the Jomsviking, man.
Then he need.
I'll have to leave you guys on these words.
Okay.
Enjoy your day and have a good review.
See ya.
Bye, Joel.
See ya, Walten. Yeah, so to form the Jomsviking, he need one province from his ally, and it needs to be a state. But I think he's not going for it because he could have done it since admin tech 10, and it's still not there. It would make him a theocracy, which is a very good thing, very good thing. And it would increase the manpower in Goldingen by 4, so he could give it back to Russia for basically free. Estate land is 63%, so that's on time. And he is a federal empire at the moment. He went States General, which is probably a good choice. But there are no more AIs left. He's only bordering his allies in Russia and Prussia and his enemy in Göktürk. So expansion will be a bit harder now. He has some trade companies. Where are they? Up. Shit. It must be bugged because it's not appearing here. Let's look at that. Swedish Muscovy Company is there, White Sea Charter is there, and he has the buildings. He went for the force limit. Okay, interesting choice. Clack clack clack. Okay, so he has some trade companies and he's getting the merchants out of it, so it's nicely done. We will look at Rutenia now. Tag is UK, Ukraine. Okay, so we have Rutenia on the map, still losing quite a lot of diplo points. Probably should pop. Oh, he can't pop the how is it called? Strong duchies because he is at max privileges, but he really needs to decrease the boyar's influence quite soon now. Boyars control 62% of the land. I'm not sure it's really worth it anymore to go for a lot of boyar control. At least it's not as worse as it used to be. Income is 172, 20 is from subsidies from Sweden, so 150 in fact. 235 force limit is a bit over force limit. 1 cannon stack, 6 cav, a little bit low considering that you have very good cavalry, and that's 7 infantry stacks. But yeah, the income is going to be quite lower in 12 years. When does the age end?
10 years.
10 years, yeah. So you will lose 33% goods produced. That's going to hurt the production a bit. Actually, it's not appearing there. Oh no, it's goods produced, not production efficiency. So yeah, it's going to cripple a bit his income. His income is going to go from 150 to 130, something like that. But anyway, it's still able to fight. He kept the Polish ideas, okay, and this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. So basically, the missions are not going to to be that useful. He did it mainly for the government, I think. That's always nice to have the Streltsy and the Oprichnina and the Sudepnik. Is nearly at max patriarch authority. That's good. And now he can have some Cossacks as well. Actually, does he have some? So he has some Streltsy. Okay. And where is his cavalry? He has some cavalry here, but they are not Cossacks as of yet. So he might get some Cossacks and some Cossacks later on. Can he recruit them? He can't. He has to do it with the estate. Check. He deved a bit. Mainly the Ruthenian land, I think, to make the culture swap. He did not convert a lot of land, so I think he destated and then restated. It's probably what happened, and he deved in priority the land that was Ruthenian. Did he get the gold mines back? He got one here, so yeah, he has them back. So he benefits a lot from the death of Westphalia. They were pushed back first time, but now they got the control back. Ansbar and Styria are his vassals. Styria, I think, has a bit more cores, so it's interesting. It might indicate a desire to push towards Italy, but Italy is allied with Ottomans, so it would be a very bold move from his part. So probably not the best of ideas. He could claim Defender of the Faith. Orthodox don't have any Defender of the Faith at the moment, and there are only 2 Orthodox nations, I think, him and Russia, or maybe Ryazan as well. Yeah, Ryazan and Moldavia, but they are vassals. But that's quite of a good thing, because for the alliance, Prussia is the only Hussite, so he will always have a Defender of the Faith. Sweden is the only North, so he will always have it, and Ruthenia and Russia can share it. So the 4 of them have 3 Defender of the Faith. That's kinda good. Let's go to Italy. Italy has fortified the mountains quite a lot. That's a good mountain defense. They are allied to Ottomans and still Westphalia. I don't know if Westphalia is still played or not, but yeah, if they want to push back, they will have to do it very fast, because one more lost war and it's over for Westphalia. I probably should have looked at the nation to see if it's still relevant. And Italy made a lot of forts as backline forts in case they are pushed. It's not a bad idea, but there are probably a little bit too many of them. The economy is very good, 310 ducats with some money in the bank. Golden Age was just popped last year, so 50 years ready to dev. Nearly an empire, very close to that. The prestige is not there, but he's gaining prestige, so he will be able to become an empire very soon, and he needs it because it is close to governing capacity. Yeah. Check. The crown land is getting built. That's nice. In terms of manufactories, a lot of them are built, but some of the land is needs to be cleared a bit. Do we still have temples? A bit. They probably should go away. Workshops are pretty much everywhere. Barracks pretty much everywhere. Regimental camps pretty much everywhere. So why is it? Oh yeah, there are shipyards. Shipyards, that's not good. Check. So no docks, but a lot of shipyards actually. Probably should destroy that, unless he's playing naval, but I don't really think he is. Yeah, no, he's not playing naval at all, so destroying the shipyards becomes quite a priority now, especially since he has a lot of money. It's the moment to build the manufactories, so destroy all of that, and then make the manufactories instead, because that's quite the sweet money. Okay. Prosperity for all, the dev cost. So yeah, between the golden age, the dev cost for 20 years on all the nation, that's going to be a nice period for Italy. Italy will be able to dev a lot. Two Sicilies still owns a part of Sicilia and Sardinia and Corsica, but I mean, Italy did most of the job to unify the peninsula, and I mean, is starting to be able to master the land a bit. That's 6 infantry stacks, 1 cannon stack. Is on par with ideas and in technologies as well. So Italy is going to join the big guys very soon. Very soon. We can look at Ottomans then. Ottomans still the biggest nation in the world. 200 dev above typing. 507 income, that's huge. 300 benefits, so that's huge as well. Force limit 540, really strong. Discipline is there. The morale 7.2, extremely strong. Close to 100 army professionalism. So yeah, that's extremely buffy Ottomans. But the Ottomans fall off a bit. Their units are not that as strong in late game. They will become equal to the Europeans in 2 or 3 technologies, and then they will start to fall off a little bit. They manage to scale enough for it to not become a problem, but still that's going to I mean, they will be a little bit weaker. They have 30k in bank, so I guess they are ready to fight in case they need, and they can still get 8 more k from the mission here with some production efficiency.
He wanted to invest and he said he didn't have the money.
Yeah, well, he lied to you. And Hungary still has some cores on Rutenia. He's keeping the mission to annex. I don't really know why. He only has Crimea and Hungary. And Crimea is a march, so probably not going to integrate it right away. In terms of buildings, there are a lot of land that is not at 4 building slots. Okay. Manufacturers are there everywhere, so he prioritized the money. Workshops as well. He could get a little bit more stronger, still has some force limit to get. In terms of trade companies, I think he has some. Yes, he has Mashrik, Caspian Sea, Carpathia, Balkan, and Adriatic. Some of them are even giving some the merchants can get some land maintenance. So he's definitely trying to build up the force. I don't really know why though, because like he's not doing anything with it. Like with all the might he has, he should fight. He should pick up a fight. Like the nation is looking extremely good. Everything is well done, but use the strengths. So do something with it. He is at 100% crown land. So the absolutism is going to ramp very fast once. And he already has the tech 16. Has he started building universities? Not yet. I think he could build universities in all his nation at once. Oh, probably not. How many provinces does he have? 150. He can build 110 universities. But with this mission, I think he can, do all the nation at once. He deved nearly 800 times. 400 are from mill clicks. So really good overall. Ottomans is looking very strong. Ayyubids. Okay, so income is 170. That's not that bad. Nearly 30 from Ottomans for a trade deal, I suppose.
Yeah, but he's increasing it to 50 because we tested it, what he's getting now. So he'll increase it to 50 at the start.
Okay. Did you you increased the forts, missed this one. Yep, but overall it's looking quite good. In terms of buildings, you need more manufacturers, more. I think manufacturers are more of a priority than the pyramids.
Yeah, maybe.
Workshops, yeah, there is a lot of crap land, so it's
Yeah.
it's always a bit annoying to invest there. Oh, you need the manpower here.
Yep.
That's really nice. And force limit. Oh yeah, force limit as well. You want the force limit 202. It's not that bad. Oh, 125. 125 discipline. So that's really strong. Morale is a little bit low, but the discipline is really nice.
Yeah. Defensive next to upgrade my morale a bit, I think.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. And you still have the shock received, so the army is probably able to fight quite well. You have 5 infantry stacks currently, 1 cannon stack. Okay. The vassals can give quite good generals. Oh, that's nice. 3, 5, and 6, 2. That's free generals for not a lot of trouble. You want to start building up the crown land now because absolutism will arrive soon. But overall, it's looking okay. It's looking quite nice. Max manpower is 265, and you are still allied with Ottomans and Ethiopia. Not with Persia anymore.
Yeah.
It-
Like the AI unallied me, so
Yeah. Is he coming back?
we'll look into the nation and we'll see. So
Okay.
we don't know yet.
Check. So basically, there is only one place where there is real contention for you. It's with Morocco. So what you could do is build a lot of forts in your vassals' land. Here in Biskra, here in the capital, and here in Kuzantina as well, to block the path. And even like if your vassal pay for it, it's not really a problem, you know. Like they will lose money, but you don't really care, since they don't give you anything anyway.
Yeah, but can you scorch a fort on your vessel?
I think you can, yeah.
Alright. Because just to be sure, I took the fort at the border with Morocco from my vessel. So, like, no oopsies happen.
Yeah. I think you can scorch. Maybe not in your allies' land, but in your vassal, I think you can. I should try to be sure.
Yeah.
Looks like. Oh no, that was announcement pink. Yeah. Okay. Apart from that, you dev the 152. It's not that much, but again, it's still crap land, so it's not the best land to dev. There is only like these provinces that are nice to dev.
And Syria and Tunis area is also nice.
Syria is not.
Syria
Yeah.
is drylands. Drylands is fairly nice, I think. It's better than all the rest.
Yeah, it's better than mountains and stuff, and clearly, definitely better than deserts.
Yeah. And Tunis is also dryland, so.
Yeah. And so yeah, the land you gave to Ethiopia, it will stay Ethiopian forever.
Yeah, not like I would have done anything with it, because it's trash, but he gets more out of it now.
You should probably collect here instead
Yeah.
of transferring.
We were doing this for the thing.
Oh yeah, for the yeah.
No, we lost.
But yeah, if you collect everywhere, your income will increase a bit. And apart from that, well, if Persia is not coming back, you will benefit a lot from it.
Yeah, then I'm taking all of Basra.
And that's actually good land.
Yep, that's more land I can actually dev.
Defender of the Faith is Ottomans, but you could take it from him. You have quite a big prestige at the moment. That's nice. Chuk. You should probably ask your vassal to give you the trade, because fuck them. They're just vassals. They are there to die, and basically that's it. Governing capacity is there. Are you an empire?
Yes.
Yeah, you just popped empire, I think, and that's why you.
In the immediately at the beginning.
Okay.
That's what you told me last.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah. So that's a good thing, and you have the government mechanics. That's always nice. A bit of money and a bit of I don't remember what's it. Power cost. That's really good. Discipline here. Construction cost. That's
Yeah, I kind of want him to die, but also not. You know.
Yeah, I mean discipline is. What you do is you don't build while he's alive. He won't stay alive that long. He's 47, so you just save money for 15 years.
General, so he'll die soon.
Yeah. That's good. You definitely don't want this guy to be at level 3, or you change. You put something else, because otherwise you can pop the 10% discipline event. That would be problematic.
Yeah. Then bad things will happen like last time.
Yeah. Mali is nearly gone. You took quite a lot of land here.
Yeah. I had a deal with Morocco, but I didn't follow the deal. But I had a deal with Ethiopia and I did follow that one. The deal with Morocco was he got all of Timbuktu and I got all of Katsina. That was a little bit unfair for me because I also needed to share with Ethiopia. So I was like, well, he's my enemy. Fuck him.
Yeah, I get that. Mali has a lot of cores left. The one that gets to vassalize Mali can
Yep.
make a lot of reconquest after that. So actually you have a second point of contention here.
I built the forts in the south, so
Let's look at the forts. So these ones are really important, obviously, because they protect. But then again, there is a lot of desert for the enemy to cross. So actually, I think I would destroy all of that.
I
And
just built them. Oh.
no, I mean they're not bad. They're not bad, but well, it depends. Like if you are able to push, then it's okay.
Ethiopia is my ally, so what I suspect is Spain actually taking the north battles instead of the south, because if he leaves the north open I can just march on in,
Yeah.
and Ethiopia can always protect the south, because I have built them on marches and on jungles, the forts, so
Yeah.
except that one, but I just need to make the one for to close the gap,
Hmm.
and the one in air is a highland, so
If you want to make a line, then you need to close this.
yeah, just one more. Is it can I get one river with river crossing penalty if I build it in Gobir?
Go beer. Not from the north, not from Adair. If you put it Adair, it steps, but there is the river crossing, so it's not too bad. Or you could put it Biram, that's not good. Katsina. This
Yeah.
would be okay, but a bit too much south.
Yep.
Dablol, Tendikewi.
Alright.
Yeah, there is no good position here, but like it's okay-ish, I think. But if you put it, Savannah, there is no bonus. Yeah, all of that is bad defensive terrain.
Yeah, I got the good ones already.
Yeah. And well, England would be a free real estate. I mean, England cannot fight,
Yep.
and there is definitely enough land to get 10% plus the 40 from ticking war score. So this could be really free real estate for Ethiopia there and for you there.
Yep.
Plus, I mean, Rosvi still wants to fight England, so
Yep.
this is a definite possibility. Let's look at Ethiopia now.
Yep.
So Ethiopia is fighting Burundi at the moment, should not be a problem. It's AI. Ethiopia is allied to Ayubids to the north and Rosvi to the south. It expanded into Mali as well, into Congo now. Well, what used to be Congo at least. Income is 111. 23 is subsidies from Ottomans. So the real income is closer to 88. 20 is from gold. That's not too bad, but still needs to ramp up a bit. I think that there are some manufacturers, but not everywhere. Yeah, there are a little bit of them, and a little bit of prod as well. But I mean, this you really want to do, and then these ones you need them as well. I think that exploiting is a big priority to get the cash influx to build the manufacturers. There is a lot of money to get here. In terms of autonomy, you will want to reduce the autonomy everywhere once the war is finished. You need to buff the income now. Force limit 180, it's okay. Quality, the morale is quite low. There are no bonuses. He could get 15%. That would increase the morale quite a bit. So in case of war, the morale is 540. So it's better than what it was. Crown land is very low. You want to start building it quite fast now. And in terms of dev, 126. Well, Ethiopia is really shit land to dev. Lots of mountains, lot of highland. So I understand why it's low, but it needs to increase a bit. Steppes is not really nice either. Desert is obviously disgusting to dev. Coastal desert is not really good, but I think there is. Does he have the privilege? I might not. I don't think he can get the privilege to have a better dev cost for coastal deserts. He would need to move his capital to get it. In terms of tech, 15, 16 ideas are complete, so that's good. Could get some missionary strengths or tolerance of heretics. Does he want any of that? Does not need the missionary strengths. He has enough. And the tolerance, well, it's not going to change anything. For the holy sites, most of them are controlled by allies or meta-allies. Iskandria is there, Antakya is somewhere there, and Yerevan is here. So they are controlled by Ottomans and Ayubids. No real chance to get them. Few loans actually. The estates one, but 5 from the bank also. That's 3k in debt. I don't really know why. Was it against the war against Great Britain, possibly? Might be it, or against Congo, but I don't think that Congo could have been able to fight enough. So overall, Ethiopia is in a relatively safe position. Only possible enemy is Great Britain, who's not really able to fight. But Ethiopia is a bit poor, which is gonna be an issue if he wants to help his ally expand somewhere. It's RZV. Rosvi has a lot of overextension and no admin to core it, but it should be okay. Yeah, not that many rebels, so that's good. He took a lot of land from Congo, mostly to cut off the British and keep Congo for himself. That's nicely done here. Once the last pockets of land will be done, we will have a nice name placement. He could propagate religion here. Where is it? It's in Zanzibar. Does he want to do that? Probably not. Income is close to 200, 60 is from gold, but he has no inflation. Wow. Damn. No inflation with Rosvi and so much from gold. I am quite impressed.
Is he Catholic?
He is Ibadi.
Well, I guess your inflation is like the ratio between production and gold income, right?
Yeah. But he has 25%, a bit more, nearly 30% of income that is from gold, and like it was even more before. So he must have dipped a bit of admin. Yeah, he has national bank and austerity measures, so it's quite good. But I am still impressed. 16, 15, 15. A little bit late in military technology, but should be okay. A bit late in ideas, and since he will core a lot of Congo, he might not finish religious as of now. He has an unassigned merchant. Could probably put it. He could collect here and there. I think that would be good ideas. He lost. He lost all of Madagascar to Malaya. That was yeah, a bit painful, I think. But there was nothing to do about it. Naval nations tend to get the islands. You cannot really keep them from doing it. 80% estate land. That's nice. You want to start removing the privileges now. Check. Force limit is a little bit low, but the quality is okay. Why is it low actually? Quantity is done. You must not have regimental camps. Yeah, only a few of them. So that should probably be the priority. Force limit, and then manufacturers are nearly done. So that's kinda good. So yeah, force limit is the way to go, I think. Could also integrate the cultures, but since you went religious, waiting and converting them might be the best option. What is his main religion? Swahili. So there are a lot of Swahilis there, probably through colonization, I would say. But once religious is finished, you can convert the Lubas and the others. Lubas should be there, I think. Yeah, you need to convert them, and then you can culture convert. Okay, so we done Africa, we done Europe. I will just look at Westphalia and Persia in case they come back, just to be sure.
Yep.
Westphalia, close to bankruptcy, losing money, only 1k in bank. Yeah, that's not looking good. Losing money with yeah, not even two infantry combat wits, and only level 1 advisors. Yeah, I think the nation is dead. Oh, it's bugged. The nation is dead because well, it's allied to Göktürk and Italy, but it's gonna be hard. 2 seconds, I've got a call. Allô. Mais
So, if you would like to
ouais.
invest in the
Faut que je prenne
wonders
quoi?
of the
Enfin, envoie-moi la
ancient
liste
world,
par message.
money is always welcome.
Yep.
If you want to buy stakes on the Suez Canal, that's also welcome.
Okay, so yeah, Westphalia is dead. Italy can tank a bit, but not really help, and Göktürk is quite far away. So, and I don't really see any of them like really investing a lot for it. So Westphalia is not going to get out alive. Let's look at Persia. Persia lost quite a bit. They lost about 70 or 80 dev from that. But it's not the best land. It was only mountains. It was very poorly deved, or only one really deved province. So
That's Far's capital, so it wasn't even his mana.
yeah, so I mean, it's still doable. He would need to move his capital very fast because you don't want to have your capital without a fort bordering a potential enemy.
Yeah.
Income 130, so that's not too bad. Balance is decent. Force limit is quite low, even with quantity. So I think that if he wants to fight it, what I would do is to take a lot of loans, build all the force limit buildings I can to increase the force limit a lot. How many is that? It's like 40, nearly all of his provinces. He has 73 provinces, so it would be something like a 120 force limit increase, so it would double his force limit basically. That would cost so 70 times 170, that's 12k, something like that. He can get 1 or 2 by exploiting, and the other with loans. And in 2 years he can fight a bit better. And if he manages to get Ayyubids in the war, and possibly Ethiopia as well, or even Ottomans, never know if Ottomans wants to come, or Göktürk against Punjab, it could be a possibility as well. With 1 or 2 allies, he could be able to push it, could be able to do it. Quality is nice, 120 discipline, that's good. 5.2 morale, it's not the best, but it's decent. He would need some good forts, though the forts are not evolved. Yeah. So taking loans is well, always complicated, but if he does it early, how much can he get? I think he can get quite enough to fight.
You can do a bankruptcy build, right?
Well, if he does, Punjab is probably going to come. I mean,
Oh,
Krediax is a good guy, so if you go bankruptcy build, he might not come before the end of the bankruptcy build. But
because last time we planned the war, you know, he may if we ask him, he may not do it.
But yeah, if you build here, obviously finish the forts that are done something like that. This one, and then one here, something like. No, there was one here, so here instead, something like that.
Asaf or something.
What?
He needs to build in Mesopotamia in the marsh.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I can just walk straight into Arabia, and you don't want to fight desert. The march is a better defensive place. Basra would be a perfect location, I think. Basra.
No, because I don't think you have naval supremacy.
Yes, I do.
You do against Punjab?
He didn't have a fleet last time.
Okay. So if you have naval supremacy, yeah, Basra is a good idea. Otherwise, not really. So that for the forts, and then force limit, clack, everywhere. And you are still left with 30k to fight. So a little bit
Well,
less
he
because
needs to
yeah, 2 years.
5, I think it was.
No, it's 2 for the regimental camps. So I mean, either you.
If you're bankrupt.
Oh yeah, no, but what I meant is you want to fight before the bankruptcy.
Okay, yeah.
So there are 2 possibilities. Either you build your nation, and then you go fight because you still have 30k in the bank. Like 30k is a reasonable amount of money. So you can fight quite a lot with that. Or you like wait the 2 years, then you still have a lot of money, so you can do the manufactories just after that. But it's 5 more years, and then you bankrupt. So you have to wait 5 years after finishing the manufactories. So it's in 12 years that you can declare the bankruptcy, and it's in 17 years that you can fight. So it's quite a long time, and I'm not sure that Punjab is going to wait 17 years.
Yeah.
But you can fight in 2 years with that, and have so you will lose 62 during times 24. You will lose 1.2k, so you still have 31k to fight with. So it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's the only one. I can also try to not go bankrupt, but I think that Punjab is too much ahead, and in terms of scaling, it will not. It was not devved at all. The nation.
I have like 180 troops. He has like Persia can build like 200 if he goes to death war.
Yeah.
And Punjab has like.
Oh, he can go to 300 if he goes this war, because with the force limit buildings that are done, like his force limit will skyrocket to 240, something like that, and he can field something like 300k.
Yeah.
I mean, Punjab has probably like nearly 500 force limit, so you would need one more guy in the war, and Punjab's ally to not come. It's still a lot of.
What about this guy like named Typing Heavenly Kingdom?
Typing Heavenly Kingdoms wants to fight 1v1s or 1v2s, so. I could come. Punjab is making 400 a month, a bit of inflation, but it's going down. Still a lot of tax in the country. What the fuck, Redox? Exploit the tax. It can field 500k with 7.02 morale. That's a lot. That's a big morale. He has a moral guy, okay, but still, that's quite a lot. He went religious, so that's why. He's Nepali, so he has the ICA, he has the army tradition, leader siege. All of that is really good. Check. in terms of tech 16, 13, 16, but he can take the diplomatic tech. Nearly 600 dev, most of it is mil. That's really nicely done. He kept a mission. Oh, 15% IC, yeah. I understand why he kept it. And 15% morale. Oof, these two missions are really nice.
Yeah. I think we're winning a war against him.
Yeah. This one he would need one estate to be happy, and 50% army trad. He's close to it, so he could also get like if he was to fight a death war, he could also get 2.5% discipline. This one is not getting to get. He's not. He won't have. So he can int a lot. Like these two missions are really strong. Full estate, full crown land. That's really nice. Needs to remove a few privileges, but that's not going to be an issue. He's saving. Okay, what the fuck? I mean, he has a good ruler, and the previous one was probably a good ruler as well. So I think he was waiting to pick States General when his rulers are bad. But why not get the 10% production efficiency in the meantime? Like it's literally free money. 10% production efficiency. It's like 17 ducats a month that had been saved for how many months is that? A lot of months. So it's a lot of money that you could have had. And switching out is only 25% gov reform, so it's nearly free. Okay. Still lacking some workshops. Manufacturers are well on their way, but he could get a few more money as well. Force limit, a lot of them are done. Training fields, not yet, but barracks, he did not prioritize barracks at all. Still, the manpower is quite good. He made a lot of culture conversion. There are many Punjabi, and since he just finished religious, I think he will continue convert all of these guys. That's I mean, it's always nice to have a smooth and uniform country. It's good for the eyes. So yeah, Punjab is looking very nice. He's allied with Bengal and Vijay, which is not a rule break, because Vijay dropped from great powers. But India is India.
Was in the session.
It was. Let me look at the great
At
power
break,
list.
They
Yeah,
were
it was.
second or five.
It
So,
was, but 8. It was not the top 5. So I think he.
Yeah. So he spawned the institution by rule breaking
Yeah.
a little bit.
Bad Credox, punish him. Punish him!
Punish him. Invest in ancient world. Invest in ancient world.
I don't see the logical link between the two, but why not?
Well, I think he would have paid his debt by just upgrading the pyramids to level 3.
Oh yeah, by the way, his income is way lower than that, because he's still getting the trade from both his allies. So his trade income is going to be way smaller than that. I think he had only like 50 or 60, so he will get 100 ducat less once the trade deals are over. And Vijay obviously will get much more money, because Vijay is only making 16 at the moment, which is not normal at all. So next month he will like the trade income will be shifted. I think the normal income for Vijay is more around 200 and 220, something like that. Probably even more. Even though he's quite late in diplomatic tech, 16, 12, 16. Probably used it to dev. Yes, the deving is really nicely done. Nearly 620. Here, he popped the golden era. 23 years to go with the golden era, so that's nicely done. Force limit 330, 120 discipline, 6.10, 6.15 moral, really good. Religious is finished. So yeah, you can.
I'm gonna go. Bye bye.
Yeah, see ya. So he can get even more moral. Actually, he could get 6.7, and Punjab as well. Punjab could get Punjab could get 7.6 moral. So really strong one. Vijay is not paying for his forts, but he's allied with both his neighbors. He made forts in Madurai and in Ceylon. Are they up to date? They are. So he's aware of the possibility of an invasion from Malaya, especially since Malaya took the Maldives and could potentially make claims on him. But he's prepared for it. I would still keep a stack down south, since they are not fighting or drilling or anything. I would keep a stack down south. In terms of culture, everything is accepted. There was not much conversion, a bit of Telugu, maybe, but I'm not even sure. Check. But overall, the nation is looking good. The regiment cost, moral of armies, and professionalism have been picked. So very good gurus. The Sikh are doing great. Okay. Crownland nearly full. That's nice. And he's allied with the two Indians, and he has Malaya, Ayubids, and Gokturk as rivals. Okay, let's go to Bengal. Bengal is still in bankruptcy, I think. Check. Oh no, it's not. It's out of bankruptcy. Income is really low because, well, I think there is still devastation in many places because of the bankruptcy build. What did he build? Not manufacturers, regimental camps? No. Workshops? Okay. I would have prioritized manufacturers, I think. I mean, I cannot take that many loans. Can take only 66 loans. That's weird. But still, it's like 36k income. So where did the money go, Lebowski? Where did the money go? Vassals are not happy. Daviet and Khmer are rebellious. Why is that? Enforced religion on both of them. Okay. But India is becoming sick and sicker, so that's at least good. Lanna is still independent. Well, a vassal of Ayutthaya. Myeongnoi is independent. That's a bit of a mess. There are a few forts, but not that many. And yeah, income is really low. But the morale is good, nearly 6. Discipline is a bit low, but still decent. Bit of professionalism. Is allied with Vijay and Punjab. as you would expect. Lots of cultures are not accepted. That's problematic, but since he's religious, he will be able to convert them quite cheap. Should be okay. Yeah, he could convert a lot to make it better for the income. But yeah, the 120 income is going to hurt, and it's going to take a bit of time to come back. Where are the trade companies? Are there trade companies actually? Doesn't look like it. There are no trade companies anymore. Oh, I think Buku is not going to be happy at all. All the trade companies' investment have been lost. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. And the capital is back to Gouda, and it's not even called. What the fuck? Yeah. That's weird. Check. He could get the modernized production for the deep tech. It's a bit late, but not that much, so no real point to pop it right away. And a lot of inflation because of the last bankruptcy. So yeah, the nation is not looking so great. The forts are not updated. That could be problematic. Okay, we'll look at Göktürk. It's GKT, I think. Yes. Göktürk took a little bit of land from Russia last session. This bit. It's mostly crap land, I would say. Yes. And in terms of trade, it's not really good either, but it's always nice to have provinces. Income is 100 ducats, just short of 100 ducats. Bashkir could give a little bit more. Why? That's not really a problem. Could like David twice here. Colonial maintenance. He has he wants expansion. I'm not sure it's worth it. Like, sure, it's more provinces, but like it's going to be fairly slow, and it's really crap land. Well, it's 10 dev actually. It's not that bad. It's less bad than what I would think, but yeah, I mean, these two are 10 and the others are 3, and Arctic and really bad land. So, but then again, it's easier to expand with expansion than to fight, so why not? He's still a horde. He decided to take unified horde identity to stay a horde and not shift away. Why not? I would have gone into theocracy, I think, but okay, why not? Check. Looking at the income, production is okay, taxation is still very high. Is he exploiting? He's not exploiting. I think I would exploit to make the manufacturers, at least a few of them. And in terms of trade, he's only getting 15 here, and is transferring there and there. I think you should collect in Girin, because the trade is going to Siberia, and you kinda lose this trade because it's going away. So I think I would collect here, and yeah, he's collecting in Samarkand, so maybe in Kazan as well. Kazan and Girin, I think collect, since you own a little bit of the trade power, and otherwise the money is lost. In terms of army, so he will stay full cav. I think that's the reason why he stayed a horde. 55 cav combat ability with +1 cav shock, so the cavalry is really good. No full cannon back row, but then again is allied to me, and I have the cannons. And that's 4 cav stacks. He could push to a 5th one. That's a decent, very decent army with 120 discipline and 5.5 morale. So only the income is really problematic, and also the fact that well, the country is extremely big. It's bordering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nations, which is possibly one of the most player neighbors in the game. How much does Ottoman have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the others I think have less than that. So it complicates the diplomatic situation a bit. Possibly GB has more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and if you count New World, others. But yeah, the country is very big, not easy to defend, but also not easy to invade for others. Most of the army is in the east. In terms of forts, there is a few of them, but they are not up to date. That should be a priority to update or to destroy, because late forts are basically useless and they give free war score to your enemies. So you want to destroy them, because otherwise they penalize you more than they benefit you. In terms of cultures, a lot is not accepted. It could accept a few of them. In terms of tech, 15, 14, 16, so it's okay in military, a bit late or on the others, but that's okay. And in terms of dev, 170, it's good for a horde, I think. It's not easy to dev with a horde, so it's good. Let's look at Malaya. No, it's MSA. Fuck. Malaya, 360 income. That's kinda good. That's really good actually. A lot from production, a lot from trade. I think he made a lot of manufacturers this session, but he could still make some more. That's a lot of money to have, and that he will be able to do very soon. In terms of mission, he can still get the 20% galley compatibility, but I think that's pretty much all. Age of Revolution for that. 50 provinces in the Indochina. That's not going to be anytime soon. He could get that, but does he really want to give it to Australia? I don't know. And 80 years to get that. Okay. So that's the only mission he can get. Income is really good, but then again he's giving away a lot of money to all the colonies, okay, to help them develop. He's paying a few ducats in colony as well. In terms of army, he has 168, no discipline. Morale is still okay, despite being a craven, okay. But the fleet is really big. 65 combat galley compatibility, 216 galleys, so no one can really compete. 15 heavy ships with 20% heavy ship compatibility. Yeah, I think that like even 1/3 of his navy could destroy the rest of the navies in the world, GB included. So there is no real competition for him on the seas. He took Madagascar. He has quite a lot of colonies in the New World, and basically there is still quite a lot of places to colonize for him, so he can still expand. But governing capacity is becoming more and more of an issue. He's already 20% above governing capacity, so there is no real incentive for him to expand. He just finished eco, so he can start deving more efficiently, even though he deved already 260 times. But deving will be like, what's the point in deving when deving increases governing capacity and like increases advisor cost and dev cost? I mean, yeah. Then again, with the Tech 17, it will release a bit of pressure, so that will be nice. Okay. We can look at typing. HEA. Typing, making 370 income, 222 benef. Force limit is 503. It could be higher. I should make more force limit buildings. I can make a lot of them, so I should definitely invest in there. I prioritized my manufacturers. They're nearly done, but yeah, I think I should shift to regimental camps. Then again, it's really good money. Like it's nice money. I like money. I should make the workshops as well. It's nearly like it's really cheap. Manpower max is 535. It could get way bigger. I think I could nearly scrap the 1.5 million if I made the training fields everywhere, so I should probably go and start that. In terms of culture, pretty much is accepted apart from a few ones, and in terms of religion, it's nearly unified. Just one trade company land. Once once Zoroastrians is finished in harmonized, I won't harmonize Vajrayana because it's only giving me some missionaries and missionary strengths. So I will start building up the harmony to go get the 5% discipline instead. I will lose 5% dev cost, which is a bit annoying, but it will give me a military bonus, which is probably better at this point in the game. In terms of mission, I keep this one for a good admiral, moral of navy, and yearly navy tradition, and also this one that gives 1 stab, few ducats, and few modifiers in case I have to fight on the seas. I have a navy that is okay-ish, but I mean it cannot win at all against Malaya. It can win against pretty much all the other Asians, so that's good, especially with the mission. Apart from that, I kept this one, yeah, for the land attrition, manpower and land maneuver. That's really nice, but it's definitely not as strong as the missions from Punjab. The int mission from Punjab are really good. This is not going to happen anytime soon. This is not going to happen anytime soon. This, on the contrary, is very close. Yeah, I will be able to get this one very soon, but 40% that's going to be in a while. Okay. So there is still a bit of dev to get from Gansu. Atakayama is getting integrated, but yeah, all the AIs are basically gone now. I will look at the colonies a bit faster because I will have to go soon. So Australia has been formed. Australia is now independent, but still getting 50 in subsidies and still allied to Malaya. So there is a very good relation between the two of them, because I'm fairly certain that 50 is more than what Malaya is getting out of it. And Australia is colonizing outside of Australia, getting a few provinces in what should be Malayan rightful clay. So I guess they have a deal going. 666, as you would expect in a republic. How much dev does he have? Is he's really skyrocketing. 740 dev. Some gold income, even though most of it is not dev'd yet. Potosi, but that's in the New World, right? Is Australia in the New World? Australia is most definitely in the New World. Australia is continuing the conquest of the New World and taking the Inca land, which has been untouched until now. So very interesting, and you will get quite a lot of gold out of it. It took 3 gold mines already. The income is 130, but 50 is from subsidies, so the real income is closer to 80 a month. So 3 more gold mines will most definitely do something. He went expansion, plutocratic, eco and quality, so he's not going full naval. I think he will want to fight for South America, fight Brazil, and I think Ivar's Aquavit distillery is his ally, but he could try to make a kingdom for himself in South America. Okay. Let's look at Celestial Mzab Gang, CO8. CO8. Income is 20 natural, but 53 thanks to the subsidies. Is colonizing a lot, 4 provinces at a time. In terms of ideas, expansion is done, Pluto, eco and quality next. He has a lot of land to expand into. There are still a lot of AIs there, and quite easy to kill. And I mean, there is still a lot of land to colonize. So it's going to be nice for Firen. New Mzab Republic, I think, is not played yet. I don't know which one is being played actually. I think it's Celestial Mzab Gang, but I'm not sure. 182 dev. Okay. What about CO7?
It's Celestial's being played.
Okay. And New Mzab Republic is just there to be eaten later on, or I think I think it might be like eaten by Celestial Mzab Gang later on. It should be colonizing a bit. Yeah, it is, but it will be free real estate for the ones who want to take it. British Mexico, it's CO4. British Mexico, it has close to 500 dev. A lot of it is from tax, sadly. Still few AIs to eat up north, and in the Mayan land as well. How is the income looking? 68. No subsidies, lots of gold. That's really nice. Very late in ideas though, that's problematic. Eco is on the way, but technology-wise, it's 12, 14, 16. So it's going to take him quite a lot of time to finish Eco and get to Tech 14 to get new ideas. 31k fielded at the moment, 48 force limit. He could get quite of a bigger army. He's making a lot of money. In terms of buildings, check. No manufacturers as of yet. I think he should definitely exploit. Use the money directly to make manufacturers. It's going to be extremely interesting in terms of scaling. Check. You can get nearly 1.5k out of that in one day, so it's really nice. That's 3 manufacturers that you can build directly, or even better, few workshops, because the workshops are interesting as well. Mexico is still a vassal of GB, and who is that? Oh, that's Eu4 Aquavit Distillery fighting in Colombia. Firen, by the way, so what will be the future for New Mzab Republic? Glory, but will you eat it?
What exactly?
Will you feed upon its corpse? Like you could get its land for free, basically.
I'll discuss that with more luck. I intend to stay friends.
Yeah, I mean, but it would benefit the both of us, the both of you, I think.
Well, in that case, then we're just gonna get it discussed.
Because,
and apart from that, I will return to my homeland and reclaim my rightful glory.
Which is this
Mzab.
province here.
North Africa.
Yeah. Just there.
Too bad Dwarf just left, but
I mean, Ayubids is looking for allies, and is not benefiting a lot from this province. So you could offer him alliance, and the alliance of your overlord fighting Morocco for this province, and I think he could consider it. And he wants money to build the pyramids as well. So if you offer him money to help him build the pyramids, I'm pretty sure he would gladly give your land back.
well, interesting.
Eu4 Aquavit Distillery has nearly 600 dev. That's a 70 income without subsidies, so it's looking quite good. Thunder is making a nice kingdom there. He's fighting Muisca and Quito, and he's still colonizing a bit, I think. Yes, he is. So it's going to look nice. Terms of technologies is okay. Tech 16 will be there on time. In terms of ideas, everything is done. He went expansion, Pluto, Eco, Quality. Nice choice. Force limit is a little bit small, but then again, he doesn't have to fight that many people at the moment. Check. And in terms of buildings, manufacturers are starting to get there. There are very good trade goods to have. He has how much is that? Maybe 20 manufacturers already. Workshops are pretty much everywhere, so he won't have that many problems building up the military buildings. That's going to be a nice nation overall. He's still paying diplomatic expense to his overlord. No, he's not. So that's good. And he could decide to form either Brazil or Central American nation, Colombia or Venezuela, or Caribbean, or Cuba, or Haiti. So he has a lot of choices there. I'm not sure any of them is really good for multiplayer, but still he could decide. I think I would take this one as well for the Republican tradition, even if you lose one admin, because this time like your Republican tradition really increases a lot, and you can keep re-electing all the time, and you don't really care about admin anymore. So yeah, 1.9, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is worth it. Because the first, with Republican tradition, the closer you get to 2, the more valuable
Yeah,
modifier is.
yeah, if you can,
It's 0.2 or 0.3 is
yeah, and all of that for one admin a month. I think it's really nice, because there are not that many AIs left to eat for him. Brazil land is really low dev, so it's not going to cost admin a lot. He could wait to get to Tech 17 to take it, to get the universities, but I mean it's not going to slow him that much. Brazil became a colony of Vermont, which is...
I believe it is owned by Vermont, not actually called.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes.
It's it seems like the vanilla tag has some sort of bug with its adjectives.
Yeah.
So instead of being Vermont, Brazil, it just says Brazil.
Yeah. So Vermont is that was an interesting play by him, to go kill Veli in Brazil and relocate him as his vassal in Finland. I don't know exactly what happened, but he's fighting Yazoo and Congo at the moment to finish off Congolese Brazil, basically. That's a lot of good land he took, but I mean, why go in Brazil when there is still so many AIs to eat in his mainland? How his oh yeah, the coalition map mode. Oh yeah, I mean, do you really care about coalition? They are at Miltech 11, most of them. They cannot really fight that much. Just kill them all.
What's his foresight?
It's 150, so he can definitely take on the AIs. Like it's he has 115 discipline, 5.6 moral, so AIs should be a formality. In terms of tech, he's looking good. He's finishing eco at the moment. He's approaching the 1k dev, so he will soon be an empire. And Veli is now his vassal in Vinland and grew quite a lot. So I think he's using Vinland to get free to kill the AIs for him, while expanding in Brazil, which is probably less costly, but still he could do both. Could definitely do both. The income is just shy of 100 ducats a month. That's kinda good. Okay, he's colonizing a bit. Check. What else to say? Oh, he's paying for an extra military policy. I would remove it. Don't really need the extra fire like flat, unless you are recruiting a lot of generals, but I don't think he is. And he's fighting. So Yazoo, yeah, I mean, four natives have 17k. So what is slowing your expansion? I don't really know. Did he start deving his nation? He deved, yeah, already 144 times.
Notably, because there's a lot of different nations, they do all have a rule in which, how many camps has he recruited?
Check. He has 15.
If he's spraying those out, it'll go fast, but if he's, that is quite a small amount of cannons, and that can significantly slow down expansion of America.
Yeah.
You really need 5 cannons per whatever
Yeah. Yeah, he should probably standardize his tax. I think that's something like 16 4 6 should be like a standard.
I would not know.
Yeah, probably. But since it's AI and like they are not at combat width, just to stack wipe
The
them.
problem is the cab costs nearly as much as a cannon. Like you might as well, until you at least have a full cannon backline, you might as well have cannons with full.
The thing is that because they are a bit late in tech, with that you are sure to stack wipe them at every engagement, and so you don't have to run around and they don't come and make a devastation in your land. So yeah, I mean it's probably not cost worthy, but yeah, I mean even stacks like 20 and 6 cannons is probably good enough, and 3 stacks like that can win a war in 6 months, and then you make another war and another war and another war. He doesn't have that many truces with the eyes, so it could go faster in cleaning them. Okay, I will look at Finland, and I think it's the last played nation. I have to look at Finland. Is making 40 ducats a month, none of it from subsidies, so that's a nice buff for Veli, because when he was Brazil he was earning only 5 ducats a month. Force limit is 43. He went expansion Pluto trade quality. Okay. Check. Finishing quality quite soon. He's getting nice policies, actually. Nice policies. And he will get trade efficiency is nice, but land fire is, well, it's okay, but since it's not a fighting nation, it doesn't really count. He could form the US, he could form Canada, Florida, Quebec, or Vermont, but Vermont already exists, so we cannot do that. So overall, Finland is going to be a nice Canada sometime, like once it finishes killing the AIs. In terms of culture, what cultures do we have? We have a lot of Norwegians going around, but all the others are natives, I think. Overall, that's not a lot of old worlders in the new world. Castilian, there are not a lot. There are a bit of English and Americans. Oh, the Ivars Aquavit Distillery main culture is American. Interesting. And in terms of religion, Vermont is still Catholic. So is Finland, but I don't think they have cardinals. No, they don't. So they don't have the perks of being Catholics. Well, I guess no one can be Curia controller anymore, and they still can get the bonuses, so why not? Why not? Easy converting. He could convert quite a lot more. He probably should, because well, the totemists are not happy in his country. Does he have buildings? A few workshops, no manufactories. And what about Vermont? Does Vermont have manufactories? A few of them, yeah, and quite a lot of workshops. Okay, so the base eco of Vermont is done. Should he embrace the counter-reformation? 5% tech cost, it's a lot, but the 2 missionaries could help converting the land. Does not really need it. I don't think it's worth it. Okay, I think I've done all the nations. I will stop there for today. I skipped Congo because it's basically dead. So, well, thanks and see ya later. See ya.